whilst planning your videos, try to be realistic about your knowledge, about the budget that you've got, and be realistic about expectations. Please don't try to set out to make Game of Thrones, okay? Making something very simple really well will look professional. Making something very complicated poorly will just look dreadful. Okay, so keep things really simple, and just bear in mind that as professionals, and it's probably the same in your industry, you will know of novices and professionals in your industry and in your sector. What happens in our sector is that people film a lot of things on their phones, wandering around with mobile phones. It will never look professional. If you're filming anything with a camera in your hand, wandering around, or a phone, just stop it. Okay? There's a reason that we work in crews, and that's because the specialisms of individuals are really, really important. So try to think, don't try and think huge, try and think simple, and do simple really, really well. As professionals, we have expensive equipment, and it's really, really good. It means that we can attach different lenses onto cameras and get completely different feels. We can get real cinematic feels that you'd expect to see on television. We have really good sound recording equipment so that everything's nice and clear. We have lights, we have editing softwares, we've got a network of people, we've got years of experience. We've also got that experience, which means that I can walk into a room and I could see the best angles that we would be best filming for, depending on the purpose of the video. Okay, we know what the possibilities are. But as novices, if you can just focus on keeping things very simple and spending more time in the pre-production, so spending more time planning the type of video that it is that you need to use and what the purpose of it is. So what is it that you want somebody to do afterwards? Do you want them to go to the website? Do you want them to like your page? Do you want them to just be impressed by the USP of yours? So think specifically about the types of video. Then jot yourself down a list, so you've got a bullet pointed list of the key messages for the video, and that way you can stick to those key messages. For example, event videos. I'm not sure why, but often in event videos we get lots of stuff that's not really needed. We see people signing in, we see people collecting their lanyards. Do we really need to see that stuff? Often, if you've got a nice, simple list of key messages, you will avoid a lot of the gumph that goes with it, and you'll not just overfilm everything and make really long videos that really could be 40, 50 seconds long. Okay? There isn't an ideal amount of time for a video, but what I would always say is go as short as possible, keep it as tight as possible, and just make sure that it's relevant for your target audience. So if you're going to give top tips and expert advice, you could do that in 30-second snippets. But if you're going to teach somebody how to wallpaper, nobody's going to be bothered if that runs on for 10 minutes, because the purpose of it is that someone's watching it wanting to learn how to wallpaper. They're not going to expect that to happen over 30 seconds. So try to kind of get rid of some of the rules that we hear from other people, and just think, what is it that I'm making? Why am I making it? Who is my audience? What do I want them to do? And what are they expecting? So is it functional? And make the video as long as it needs to be. But remember, you aren't professionals in video production. You are novices, but you also know your products the best. You have the passion and the knowledge for your product and your service. So keep everything else very, very simple as far as the production of it. Keep that simple and focus on the content. Focus on what you're saying. Focus on the key messages and the feel of things, rather than feeling like you need to go and spend £5 grand on a new camera.